Yay, what's up guys? Um I'm doing a video tonight of an update on the King of Pop, Michael Jackson, and I just wanted to know or hear if there's any news of what's happening with Michael Jackson's innocence once again. And I think that the Leaving Neverland is I don't think it's showing no more. I think they're canceling it, banning it. I hope I fucking set it in fire because I it's one of the worst things that it's ever came out in January there. I think it was it January, or I think it was somewhere around at that time when it came out. But anyway, if there's any news or updates on the King of Pop, Michael Jackson, let me know, guys, in the comments. And I'm just doing this video tonight just to just I just want to know if there's any updates or anything like that, because the videos I only watch of Michael Jackson is on Pear Junior, all her videos. So I'm gonna see after this video if she's done any more new videos so I can watch. But I have given it a while since I've seen anything of Michael Jackson since the last video I done, which wasn't that long ago. I wouldn't say it was a week ago, but yeah. And I did say I was going to be doing videos in May, but why the hell not? I'm going to do a video here now anyway, because it doesn't really matter to me when I get free time. I've got all the time in the world. So I just want to talk about, in my own words, of Michael Jackson and how, you know, and how classical, genius he was in music, and especially his children. Especially Paris in this picture right here of Michael Jackson. Like, this was Michael Jackson when he was doing the touring of the This Is It, and Michael Jackson looked, okay here. He looked happy and he is waving to his fans and all that there. So, and you can see his, like I said, one of his kids in his video. Sorry, this isn't, I'm only noticing there. That's not Paris. That's Prince. That's Prince, because I know by the long hair. You see, with the long hair. So that's Prince. But so, you know, I'm gonna have a look, research and see any new videos and see if there's any more new information of Michael Jackson about leaving Neverland. Like I said, when I done a video when I was in you know Costa, and they were playing Michael Jackson's music, and so his music isn't really actually banned, it's still playing. So it's good to hear that it's still playing the music, and I really hope if I do get to hear music anywhere else, I will do a video and put it up on YouTube to let you guys know that Michael Jackson's music is still being played. So they haven't stopped the music. So I know, and there is a lot of people who are coming forward and saying, "Oh, that Leaving Neverland is full of, shit," and they're starting to believe that Michael Jackson isn't than what they are accusing him of. So it's just, it should never have been made, and I've said that. But I, where are we gonna go from here? As the best videos you can watch is Pear Junior. She knows everything, and she will give you the best videos, information, news, and updates of Michael Jackson, because these guys are are being caught out of, they're liars. They're being caught out. Is any of it true, what they're saying? Any one wee bit of least thing? We will know and we will find out, because the fans are going to look out for everything. They're going to look out for every detail, look out for every single second of the video of Neverland. They're going to look out for clues. They're going to look out for evidence, which there is no evidence, because the FBI found nothing at the ranch. There was nothing, absolutely nothing. And I want to make that clear in capital letters: nothing at the ranch. 14 counts, not guilty, innocent in all charges. There was nothing ever found against Michael Jackson. There were cameras all over the place in that ranch, all over the place, and Michael Jackson knew it, because it was Michael Jackson's Neverland. It was his property, and Michael Jackson never hurt anybody. There was no proof. And we will never find proof, or we will never find out, because there was no evidence or proof, not even one thing, not even least that one thing, that Michael Jackson had did it, because there was nothing, not once, not one bit of thing, or Michael Jackson would have been caught out in those 13 counts. All 13 counts, not like one count, two count, three count, four count, five count, not one of them throughout all those counts that Michael Jackson did something. But no, there's a difference. There was nothing. There was nothing in those counts. All counts, not guilty. All in those counts, innocent in 13 counts. I think it was 14, but I think it was 13. I don't know. But like I said, there was nothing. And as I go on in this video, and I have said, there is nothing that we are. There is never gonna. No one is ever gonna know that what these guys are saying is true, because no one's ever gonna know, because there's no proof. These guys are making it up. Why didn't they do it when Michael Jackson was alive and just get it over and done with? Because Michael Jackson would have won. These allegations wouldn't have been made if Michael Jackson was here. They would have took it to their grave. Whatever. You know what? Like they have said, or someone has said, you can't defend the dead or something like that. Michael Jackson is alive. He's alive, and these guys don't know it. These guys think, oh, because Michael Jackson's not here, he can't defend himself. He's here, guys. Michael Jackson is here. Michael Jackson is doing this behind the scenes, and we're gonna get clues, even more clues from the family, because Michael Jackson's gonna give out, those clues, and people are gonna find out these clues, and that's that, and that's what I'm saying. This is me speaking in my own of what I know it's gonna happen, or what I think it's gonna happen, or anything, you know. But they need, if these guys are so right in what they're saying, I have nothing to lose, and why don't they just take the lie detector test, you know, to prove if they're lying or telling the truth? Have they even done a lie detector test at all? Let me know in the comments, guys, yes or no. But if they haven't, then they're lying, because they're why not, why not? But I just can't see of these guys even, I can't see these guys doing a lie detector test, and they get away with it. I just can't see it. These guys are gonna feel. These guys will feel. I just know they will feel, because it's just, it's really absurd. Why wouldn't they do this when Michael was alive? This is gonna go on forever. This will never go away. Even knowing that Michael Jackson did nothing, there was no, nothing towards him. There were nothing. People were even lying. The parents were even lying. All that there. And they still got caught out, because they were caught out by Michael Jackson's lawyer. Michael Jackson's lawyer just destroyed them by, just catching them out back in 2005, and even in the 90s and the 80s, because you know anybody would just say, well, what if he did do one wee thing, anything, and that could be like whatever you want to call it, guys. Do you know what? I will never ever think that Michael Jackson, and these are in my own words, I don't think, my right hand to God here, and I swear, I don't think that Michael Jackson had did nothing to those children, because Michael Jackson cared about children. He gave so much to the children's hospice. He even talked about the children's hospice. Michael Jackson cared about children, or he wouldn't have done these things. He even, when he Neverland was, Michael Jackson just wanted to have a childhood, just like any other kid out there. Because all Michael Jackson's dad did was just music, 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 music. And Michael Jackson never had a chance to even have a childhood. And it completely makes sense. The whole thing completely makes sense, you know? Michael Jackson even wanted his kids to see him perform back in 2009. Michael Jackson wanted his kids to see him perform, why he was a genius, why he was a musical artist, why he can do the Billie Jean, why he could even the Smooth Criminal, the Moonwalker, everything. Michael Jackson wanted to show his kids what he can do, and they never got a chance to see that. They never got a chance to see their dad perform because of what happened on June 25th, 2009. And before that, on June 24th, 2009, that night, Michael Jackson said, "Okay, love you, see you tomorrow." And then we get news that Michael Jackson had died. But even since then, my people had started to notice that that wasn't true. There were clues and all out there. There were where you could see Michael Jackson's body bag setting up in a helicopter, and then his body being transferred to the colonel's office, and you can see someone jumping out of the back of the van. A lot of people think that it's Michael Jackson. I think that it was Michael Jackson because they had something over his head so you couldn't see who it is. But like I have said this, why would Michael Jackson want to put his own kids through that funeral that they had in July? Michael Jackson's funeral was in July 2009, just after Michael Jackson had, faked his death or had died. Like I have said, and this is a really good true saying, what I'm going to say here, and I've said this before. If Michael Jackson wanted to do this, fake his death, why didn't Michael Jackson do the very last tour of his life and then afterwards fake his death? Just say, like, he was tired after the 50 shows and he had done it, he had actually pulled it off, and it would have hit the Guinness records. This is what I think. This is what I think in my own words, and this is what I think as I can see it in reality. If it was that Michael Jackson had done the 50 shows in London, and then after all those shows, say like about a week later, that Michael Jackson had died of exhaustion, and this is in my own words, had died of exhaustion and just died of a heart attack or in a sleep because of those 50 shows. It would have been enough, to it would have been enough, I don't know, but this is what I think, and this is what I'm saying. It would have been enough to knock a guy out for 10. Like tiredness or exhaustion, lack of breath, because Michael Jackson was so thin. But they would have took care of him. They would have had the oxygen, the best of doctors there. You know, but it didn't happen that way. And that's the way I see it. If Michael Jackson hadn't, faked his death or died that day for some reason, that's the way I see it. And you guys will agree with me or not, but that's the way I see it. If Michael Jackson had done the 50 shows and had actually pulled it off and hit the Guinness records, the 50 shows, but after he had done all the shows and he had pulled it off and he had give the best of the best of his career, of his musical career, of his lifetime, since a decade, Michael Jackson would have died of exhaustion, but or tiredness or a heart attack or in a sleep because of the exhaustion. That's what rule number one. That's what I think would have happened. Or rule number two, Michael Jackson wouldn't have died at all. He could have been in the hands of a doctor. Number three, Michael Jackson just could have had all the best equipment of oxygen, all out there. So there you have it, guys. That's what I think, in my own words, of Michael Jackson's world tour. You know, if Michael Jackson wanted to fake his death, he could have done it after the tour. But no, Michael Jackson done it before he said he was doing the This Is It tour. So you're kind of two minds. Like, why? You know, why? Or why didn't he do it? After. That's the way you look at it, guys. We don't know what happened between that night on June 24th and then the next day Michael Jackson, had overdosed on a drug. People are saying he killed himself, but the doctor's saying he only gave 25 milligram. But how did Michael Jackson get all those, cocktails of drugs in his system? It's just totally absurd. You know, it's disturbing because we hear the video slurred speech of Michael Jackson talking about the children's hospice. Conrad Murray, Michael Jackson's personal, doctor, had hit on his cell phone, and we all seen that, and that was in May 2009. So Conrad Murray should have knew something. Conrad Murray should have known to wean Michael Jackson off propofol, or should have known then that Michael Jackson needed help right there, because there was time there. But why didn't Dr. Conrad Murray notice something? Why didn't he get into a hospital? Why didn't he do something? He could have done something. Michael Jackson could have been alive. Or it could have made sense. Michael Jackson faked his death and they both were in on it. It's just so interesting. And as I am saying this all could be all true. And what I'm saying, this is what I think. This is what the way I see it. You know, why? Mike, this, if it all could have went differently, but it didn't. It just went the way it did. And now that we are going to believe that Michael Jackson is still alive, and we do believe it because we have seen everything. And now with this Leaving documentary, it's been 10 years now of Michael Jackson, since the last time we saw him. 10 years this June coming. you know so what have we got to move on to here, with this Leaving documentary and these two guys saying what they're saying, and there has to be some kind of end to this to let Michael live in peace. There has to be. This can't go on. Michael Jackson is not here, and even if he is here, he's doing it behind the scenes, and that's the way it's always going to be. If Michael Jackson came back and shocked the world, these guys would get the shock of their life. I'm telling you. It would be the right time for Michael Jackson to come back. They say it's not illegal to fake their death. I don't know if that's true. But to put it this way, guys, Michael Jackson come back and just, tear these guys to shreds and just end it for the very last time of Michael Jackson's sex abuse crap. Because it happened in the 80s, at the end of the 80s, then in the 90s, the whole way up till the 90s, and then 2005, and that was the very last where Michael Jackson had proved himself innocent. Not one bit of evidence that Michael Jackson did anything. You know what, guys? It's very, very clear to me that Michael Jackson is innocent. It's very clear to me that Michael Jackson deserves to live in peace if he is alive. And, and these allegations need to be talked about. They need to be brought to justice. These guys need to be brought to justice or to someone to see if these guys are telling the truth or not. Because we all know that these guys are lying, and it has destroyed Michael Jackson's legacy big time by taking away Michael Jackson's statues, trying to stop Michael Jackson's music, trying to just tarnish him. Well, you know what? It may have tarnished him a good bit, but it hasn't tarnished him a lot, because he is the king of pop, and Michael Jackson, if he is alive, he is doing this behind the scenes, and Michael Jackson's going to win this. There's no way, no chance these guys should win or should, be accepted that they're telling the truth. Bullshit. It's just completely laughable. It is so laughable when you think about it. Trying to freaking make out of a guy who has done something that he hasn't done, and they're making it up. They are making it up, and we all know it. We all know that these guys are making it up. Anyway, these guys are just totally making it up. And that's why Michael Jackson's going to win this. Because he's the king of pop. And nothing can just destroy a greatest artist, entertainer in the world. A superstar who had been a superstar since his first live, song. I think it was A B C, easy as one, two, three, you know, and his childhood just started way up till there because that's all Michael Jackson had, been in to do was music, 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 music. He never had a childhood. That's why there was such a thing as called Neverland. Michael Jackson just wanted to be as normal as any other kid, and as you can see, it is dead clear to me. And to be seeing all those allegations about Michael Jackson, all these guys are trying to say that Michael Jackson did it and they were too afraid to say anything. Yeah, whatever. I just don't believe a word of it. It's just totally unacceptable. It's wrong. It's just evil, to be doing that to a guy who's no longer he's no longer been here since 10 years now. I just think it's wrong, I really do. And these guys are going down, and I have said this, these guys are going to go down, and I cannot wait to see in another month or two, on the 10th anniversary of Michael Jackson in June. I just hope we just get something because these guys are lying, and as the months go on, on the 10th anniversary of Michael Jackson, these guys are these. There's no way that people are going to believe these guys, and there is people out there who have believed these people and actually have betrayed Michael Jackson, and some people have came back and said, "No, wait a minute, this something's not right here. Leaving documentary is totally trash," and they're coming back to believe in Michael Jackson. I've never seen Leaving documentary, and I don't want to leave in Neverland. I don't want to see it, and I'm a man of my word, and I have said I will never watch it. I will never even. No way. It's nothing. It's all for a bunch of perverts out there. That's all what it's about. About children and all out there. And Per Junior has said that in their videos. You know, it's nothing but for pedophiles out there. And people who have watched it, you know, I'm not saying that they are pedophiles, but when you look at it, that they're watching something like that and it's about children, you're going to think that they're pedophiles, aren't you? Yeah, you know. But Michael Jackson, Dan Greed, Egghead, I call him. He said it was nothing that it's got nothing to do with Michael Jackson. You know what? It's about Neverland, you fucking idiot. Jesus. And this guy, Dan Greed, Egghead, he is so. Oh, he's so cocky. He thinks he can get away with it by twisting everything. He thinks he can get away by twisting everything. He's gonna go down as well. And HBO, you guys are in a mess for even releasing this documentary. You guys are gonna be in shit big time as when the state comes to you. Oh, it's gonna come to you. Karma to all of you guys who have brought down Michael Jackson's legacy for nothing. It's you guys are a disgrace. You guys are a disgrace doing this to a guy who has been gone for 10 years and can't come out to defend himself because he's trying to live in peace or whatever. You guys need to just, come out and just say that you guys are lying. It never happened. You guys were doing this for the money. You guys were doing this for something, or something didn't go right for you guys. And that's why you guys have tried to destroy Michael Jackson's legacy, his music, and everything else. It's just a disgrace. And everything I've said in this video is true. And everything I've said in this video, in my own words, is what I believe. And everything I've said in this video is completely, right. This is the best talking I have done of Michael Jackson's legacy, his music, and everything else I've talked about in this video. It's just everything I've said is what I think and what I do believe and everything else. It's just Michael Jackson didn't do this. I've never seen, never thought that Michael Jackson could have done this. My dad liked Michael Jackson. Back in 2003, my dad used to watch Michael Jackson's interviews and his life and all that there. And my dad never thought, God mercy on him, my dad never thought that he did it. And if my dad was alive, I would be saying to my dad, Dad, do you think that's true? Do you think Michael Jackson did it? My dad, I really can't see my dad saying yeah or no because my dad always believed that he didn't do it. But not only that, coming out 10 years later after, well, yeah, a decade since 2005, it's like nearly 15, 20 years ago, coming out now saying, oh, Michael Jackson did it and all that there because there were something they didn't want to testify because of something in 2005. I don't know. But, when Michael Jackson was still alive, 2005, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 4 years later in 2009, why didn't he do it when Michael Jackson was alive? It's a fucking disgrace. It is a fucking absolute disgrace. My dad died on Christmas, December of 2008. And then not long after that, Michael Jackson had died in 2009. You know, it's just, nobody can let the, dead rest. And my dad had died. I've seen my dad died of cancer. So my dad is now dead 10 years now. My dad had died, like I said, December 20th, 2008. And Michael Jackson died in, you know, in June, in June 2009. So, you know, it's just, it's terrible. It is really, really terrible. You know, you know what, guys? I feel sorry for the family because I'm sure the family just don't know what to do at this stage. I mean, Jermaine Jackson had came on TV and said, just let my brother rest in peace." And even listening to him, even listening to his voice, he was just so upset. I mean, that's got to be devastating, especially if you had a family member or a friend, and accused of something they didn't do, and then coming out years later and saying, "Oh, something different that he did do it or they did do it." You would have to defend one of your friends or your family member because you know that what they're saying is trash. It would be terrible for anybody else out there, especially Michael Jackson's family. It's just an absolute disgrace. There is no respect for the dead. Even the haters out there can leave dislikes in my videos, comments all you want. I really don't care. Because Michael Jackson didn't do this. This is just an absolute disgrace, and they need to leave the guy alone. And I have really said everything I wanted to say tonight, guys. And I hope you guys have liked this video of everything I've said about Michael Jackson and everything else. Because Michael Jackson is an innocent man, and these guys need to wake up and come out and say, okay, we were lying, he didn't do it, we did it for the money or something, you know? Because these guys are going to get brought down if they end up doing something right now. But anyway, these guys are fucked. These guys are completely fucked. There's no way these guys can get out of this now. These guys have went too far. Way too far. And especially everything else. These guys are going down. And I hope these guys go to jail, as I don't think I will see that happening. But I hope they do. I hope they get charged of something. And when I see that these guys are telling lies or anything else, I will be so happy. Just as that Michael Jackson has won again. Because there's no evidence, there is nothing. And if Michael Jackson, if you are out there and you're alive, come out and shock the world. Oh my God, shock these guys and just tear them to shreds when you think you are ready to come out and shock the world. Oh, it will just be the right time when we need it. And that's all I have to say in this video, guys. I hope you guys are well and take care. Okay, guys? Michael Jackson is innocent. Take care. Peace, guys.